Hello, lovely human. Welcome to the Little Flower Oracle. For today's reading, I am doing a simple 3-card pull, just asking the question, what do you need to hear right now? It's as simple as that. We're going to go ahead and just get right into it. So choose group number 1 with the painted mum, group number 2 with the fuchsia pink rose, and group number 3 with the Shasta daisy, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to the Little Flower Oracle. My name is Krista, and for today's reading, I am doing a simple 3-card pull. It's going to be short and sweet, but powerful and potent. You chose the painted mum, and with this mum, it has a little bit like the group of mums that I bought were spray painted with this kind of pastel pink, and at first I thought it was natural, but I noticed once I looked closer it was painted, and it's giving me an artistic vibe. It's giving me doing things your own way kind of vibe. So I just wanted to kind of mention that before we get into the reading, but we're just going to get right into it. What is it that you need to hear? And let's see what 3 tarot cards that you received. Your first card is the moon. Your second card is the Empress, creativity, yes. And your third card is the 2 of Swords. All right, so this is my first time doing a reading that is this simple, so bear with me as I extract the message from this few of cards, but I'm excited to see what comes through. I will say with the orange color that I chose for the backdrop for this reading, that is evoking a creative energy as well. It is a very sacral chakra energy. We also have a monarch on this card, on the Empress card, which is again that orange, that deep orange. And I am feeling a vibrancy, a rebirth or a birth in general is coming through, of creativity, of love. It could be an actual birth, a feeling of connectedness, of family, of unconditional love, unconditional support, blessings coming in, a feeling of being connected to your divinity and your worthiness of these blessings to come in. There is what looks like a flower crown right next to this elephant trunk here, and that gave me, and it kind of reminds me of childhood too, like creating flower crowns out in the field as a child. We also have a pomegranate here, which is about rebirth and fertility. So this beautiful, fresh, new energy is coming through, this rebirth energy. But as with any birth, it is messy and it is painful. So but the energy that's being evoked through this Empress card right now is the moment where all of that pain and all of that messiness just after the birth, when that fresh new life has exposed itself into the world and filled the world with beauty. There's that washing of the past, that washing of what it took to get here. This is what's coming for you. This is the message. You are about to or are in that moment of birth, that moment of innocence and newness and freshness, and that forgetting of everything that was painful that got you to this point. Not that there ever should be a forgetting of it, but there is this sense of forgiving of it, acceptance of it, and a release of it where you can finally move on from something. With the 2 of Swords, we do have a decision to make. We have a choice. In this card here, we've got 2 identical doors. One is emitting a yellowish green light and one is emitting a blue light. We've got 2 keys, 2 lights above the doors. We've got 2 feathers. Black feathers are representative of protection. There's a message that whatever door you choose is going to be the correct door. There is a message of you can't lose in this situation. The choice is yours to make. With the moon, there is a message that there are some things that you're not seeing that once accessed will help you make decisions on your path moving forward. Ultimately, you're stepping into a beautiful new horizon, fresh, new energy in your life, a place where life feels fruitful, abundant, overflowing with grace and ease and connection and luxury. A feeling of being connected to your body, flowing through life in your body with effortless existence, connection to the world around you, connection to your own inner world. And you're at the precipice of an important decision in your life. How are you going to move forward? What action steps are you going to take in your life to get there? This reading is calling you into introspection, into flow, into resonance with the truth of your soul, into patience, perhaps a waiting period where you exist in faith and knowing that this new horizon is just before you, and excitement and anticipation of it. But awaiting for the messages, the answers, the awareness, the inner knowing, reasons why you've been held back or blocked in the past. A connection to a part of yourself that may have been kept in the shadows for a while. There's a call to take some time, intention, and energy to listen to the voice of your subconscious, to be tapped in, a call to create spaciousness in your life so that these messages that can only come through in a place of stillness and silence can be received, heard, known, understood, acknowledged. Take your time, listen to the voice of your soul, your guides, your intuition. Listen to your internal nudges, and slowly and surely make decisions from that place. There's a message here that you can't lose no matter what decision you make. But there is a path that is most resonance with, and is in most resonance with who you truly are at your core, in your essence, in your innocence, who your inner child truly is, what they want, what your heart and soul really truly wants underneath all the expectation of the world around you, all the societal pressures. There's a path to take that's aligned with that voice, and that's what you're being called into. But again, I want to reiterate, you have so much abundance and love, fertility, freedom, connection, expression. And again, I want to say a connection to the world around you that feels like the world around you is truly reflecting back your authentic soul nature. A comfort and ease, a familiarity with the world around you, and that includes the people around you, the culture you're in, the environments you're in, the nature you're immersed in. You seeing yourself reflected back to you and reminding you who you truly are. As you walk into this new horizon, this new era, phase of your life, where the past is truly behind you. You're truly able to live your full self and have it be fully received by the world around you. This was your message. Thank you so much for being here. It might not have been as long, but I am truly hoping that the message was just as powerful as my longer, in-depth pick a flower readings. So if you do want a longer reading from me, you can check out the rest of my videos on the Little Flower Oracles YouTube channel. If you'd like to be connected and plugged into my energy and what I have to offer, the collective that resonates with me, you can check out my Patreon, which at the moment is $8 per month if you're on Android, a little more if you have an iPhone. But in that, I offer 2 in-depth pick a flower readings every month, one that is more internally focused, one that is more externally focused. And with the internally focused one, I do offer an in-depth infinite prayer guided visualization and Reiki blessing. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, there will be a link down below for that. Otherwise, it would be amazing if you could like this video, comment if this resonated or how it resonated, or subscribe to my channel. You can also leave me a tip / buy me a coffee if you feel called to. Every little bit counts, even if it's 5 cents or $1. Every little bit is so much appreciated. If you'd like to check out my merchandise, it has my bee and flowers logo on it with the phrase, "Hello, lovely human." I also have infinite prayer sessions, which are similar to the ones I do in my Patreon. It is the guided visualization and Reiki blessings that are connected to different readings here on YouTube. There's a link down below if you feel called to any of those. And last but not least, I have another YouTube channel. It is called Soul Hearken. It is my heart and soul in video form if you'd like to check that out. Thank you so much for being here. I am honored by your presence, and I hope to see you in another reading. Bye. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to the Little Flower Oracle. My name is Krista, and for today's reading, I am doing a short and sweet 3-card pull, and I'm asking the question, what is it that you need to hear right now? It is as simple as that. You chose the pink / fuchsia-ish rose. And with all roses, there is a connotation of romantic love. I like to think the fuchsia rose is more about self-expression and self-love, but we will see what the reading is about. I will go ahead and place this right over here as a presence of power and love that is going to help anchor in the energies that come through in your reading. And I forgot to mention in group number 1, but I am pulling cards from the Tarot of Oneness tarot deck. And for your 3 cards that you got today, you got one of the extra major arcanas of this deck, which is just called Oneness, which I love. I'm going to set that in the center. Your next card is Strength. So far we have a majority of major arcanas that I have pulled, which is amazing. Group number 1 had 2 major arcanas, and so far you do as well. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles. All right, and we have 2 beasts, we have a dog and a bear here, which is interesting. Primal energy is kind of coming through. We have these very browns, like primal energies here. And then in the center, we have this oneness energy that's very colorful and rainbowy. So definitely super interesting. Also, I'd like to note that we have 8 of Pentacles and Strength, which is number 8. So we have 2 8s here. And then in the center, it just says oneness. It doesn't have a number associated. 8 is a number of abundance. For me, it is a number that always reminds me that I have everything I need to move forward, to succeed. I have all the abundance I need to create more abundance. Abundance is something that is a part of our essence. It is a part of nature. It is a divine law of reality, and all we have to do is align with it. And once we align with it, we can realize and awaken to the ways in which we have held ourselves back from allowing abundance in, whether that be from a place of unworthiness or childhood indoctrination, or just things you've picked up from your childhood, from your upbringing. If your parents lived in a state of lack, a lot of times we can embody that and take that on as a part of our identity. And if we want to live in abundance as an adult, we have to decondition ourselves. We have to constantly be aware of where we are limiting ourselves and holding ourselves back. So with the 8 of Pentacles, there is a message of mastery. And in this case, talking about abundance, and especially with Strength being here as well, there is this feeling of self-mastery. And with oneness, I'm feeling purpose and connection, a sense of pride for who you truly are and how you're moving forward in the world, and all the work you've done to get yourself to a certain place in your life. And there's this feeling of, now that I'm here, I want to reassess and I want to realign with what matters most. And I want to make sure that moving forward, I'm creating abundance for the right reasons and in ways that feel good to me, in ways that feel connected and flowing and good and fun, light, that emit this feeling of, I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I'm sharing my gifts. I'm using my gifts to create good in the world, to share good in the world. The realignment that's happening within your being doesn't have a timeline. It's not linear. It's something that's connected to soul. And there's a feeling of old structures that have had hold of you, kind of talking about like childhood. I don't know why the word indoctrination keeps coming through, but it's more, the more common word people use is conditioning. There might be some of you that literally have been indoctrinated in ways by your parents or by your community or culture that don't align with you, but it's so ingrained that sometimes it feels impossible to unearth and really truly heal. There's this feeling of, with the Strength card, there's this feeling of embracing a sense of softness towards your conditioning, love towards your conditioning, acceptance of the reality that it is there. It is a part of how you grew up. It is a part of your sense of what brings you a sense of security, whether it be false security or not. It has brought you a sense of security. It has brought you a sense of structure. And there's just this feeling of like, in the original Strength card, there is a woman being gentle with a lion, and same here, there's a hand on this bear, and there's a gentleness in the bear's eyes. And it's this feeling of taming the lion, taming the bear with love and gentleness. And whatever internal state you have going on that is connected to lack or connected to unworthiness, we're going to heal that not through frustration, not through judgment, not through giving up or projecting that it's an impossibility for this to heal. Maybe this is something you've tried to heal for a long time and it's still creeping its head into your life or limiting you, and it's still got a hold on you, and you're not sure why, and you're frustrated, and it makes you want to give up, and it makes you want to surrender to these voices of limitation that are trying to keep you down or hold you back. But there's this feeling of be with it. Just because you still feel those pathways within you, those thought processes, those fears, those limitations, those feelings of lack and scarcity that are aiming to keep you, quote, safe, just because you still feel those, and even maybe sometimes take heed to them, that doesn't mean that you haven't come a long way. That doesn't mean that anything has power over you or your ability to create abundance in your life. It just means that these patterns are very apparent to you and you're very aware of them, and they're on their way out. You're witnessing the core of them, the seed of them, and you're uprooting them. And the core of them, the seed of them, is that they've literally had a hold over your being your entire life. And the frustrating energy that comes in is connected to the fact that they're still controlling you. This is the core of it. You're observing them controlling you. You're observing your behavior of taking heed to those deeper insecurities or fears and limiting yourself. You're watching yourself in real time, taking heed to those energies. This is the final stage of uprooting them. You're in the process of uprooting them, but we can't uproot them when we are interacting with them with frustration. I'm getting an image of someone pulling an invasive weed out of a garden. And the invasive weed, I looked up 10:10, right as I looked up at the camera timer. The invasive weed has roots, tendrils that go down. And if we are antsy or frustrated, or we just want to get it uprooted as soon as possible, and we're not truly sitting with it and digging slowly and finessing the dirt around it and taking the time to figure out how deep the roots go and where each tendril goes, if we just decide to pull it out and still pieces of the roots are rooted, then they're just going to come right back up. So it's a futile effort. And maybe there have been times we've done that. And we're like, oh, we pulled them out. We got it. We witnessed it. We recognized it. We pulled it out. It's done. There might be some deeper pain points or just some deeper discomfort that we need to dig into a little bit more. Frustrating little, like there could be like offshoots of the root that go even deeper that we're like, oh my God, okay, I have to dig even more here, you know. But if we just take our time with love, with patience, and even a little bit of enjoyment, it's like a puzzle to be solved. You know, let's dig down to the deepest root parts of it, and let's witness it. And then when we finally get to the root and the piece of it, oh, this is why. Because this final piece of this root was wrapped around a rock that was buried in the ground. This is why. And then we dig up the rock and we dig everything up, and then we can finally be done. We've uprooted it all and we've released it. And maybe in place we can get some native seeds and plant those in place, and we can finally bury those over and know for fact that those invasive seeds will not try to take over our natural landscape ever again. So this is a lifelong journey of reckoning with what's in the way of us receiving what we're worthy of. Realizing and awakening to what we're worthy of is just step one. But it's an ever-flowing, there's a constant relationship with the landscape of our soul in this way, where we're constantly identifying potential invasive things that we need to look at, and with love and with forgiveness and grace, and identify those. And because a lot of time they're attached to other people that we love, especially if it's our family. A lot of times when it comes to this type of thing, it would be our family, because it's our ancestral roots around money, around abundance, around what we're worthy of creating and having in the world, or could be associated with societal expectation. There is this feeling of realignment. I think I mentioned earlier in the reading, realignment with what truly matters, what is more connected to your soul, to your purpose, to where you're spreading your gifts in the world, and how that feels, and knowing you're worthy of being happy in what you're doing and feeling good in what you're doing. There's a lot of societal conditioning that tells you you shouldn't be, or when it comes to creating money in abundance, that we shouldn't. It's not possible to just love and feel easeful and free within that creation and expansion. So there's a lot around that. There's a lot of work to be done, and it's a lifelong journey. And it's not just about money and abundance. It's about your soul's truth and your soul's authenticity, and what your soul truly needs and desires and wants. And recognizing that you get to have it all. So it's a slow and steady progression, with the Eight of Pentacles being about mastery. It is a mastering of that process of receiving what you truly want from a space of alignment with your true soul. So, alrighty, so that is your message. I think I'm going to leave it at that. Beautiful message. Thank you so much for being here. I'm honored to have you in my presence and be in your presence. If you'd like more in-depth readings, I have some on YouTube, or you could check out my Patreon, which I offer 2 in-depth pick a flower readings every month, along with 1 in-depth infinite prayer, guided visualization, and Reiki blessing. So it's a really connected and healing space. If that sounds interesting, or if you feel called to it, there's a link down below for that. If you'd like to support my channel, I would love it if you'd like the video or subscribe to my channel. I'd love to hear how this resonated in the comments. If you'd like to leave me a tip / buy me a coffee, any amount, even $1, is appreciated. I also have merchandise that's adorable. It has my bee and flowers logo, along with the phrase "Hello, lovely human" on it, if you'd like to check that out. I have infinite prayer, guided visualization, and Reiki blessings that you can check out if you feel called to any of those. Those are connected to readings I do on YouTube. And last but not least, I have another YouTube channel, which is called Soul Hearken. It is my heart and soul in video form. If you'd like to check that out and subscribe to that channel as well, that would be greatly appreciated. I would be honored to have you over there. So thank you so much for being here. I, again, am honored by your presence, and I hope to see you in another reading. Bye. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to the Little Flower Oracle. My name is Krista, and for today's reading, we are doing a short and sweet 3-card pull. I'm asking the question, what is it that you need to hear right now? And it is as simple as that. You chose the Shasta daisy. So the Shasta daisy, of course, always reminds me of Mount Shasta. I went there once. It was really beautiful. It was a dream come true to go there. I am immediately remembering the synchronicity that happened with Mount Shasta right now. And well, first, the energy that came through with the dream come true. I didn't expect to go there. When I did, I was traveling around California and New Mexico and Arizona. And I don't know, this aha moment came to go check out Mount Shasta. And I had previously, weirdly enough, without knowing, I had put hearts down on a map on Google Maps. And every single heart that I put down in the United States that I hadn't gone to yet, during this 2 or 3 month trip that I took, I hit every single one of them without planning to. So it was a testament to manifestation and intention setting from a place of joy, from a place of limitless potential. And so when I went to Mount Shasta, it was just this thing that cropped up out of nowhere that I realized, oh, this is where I'm going to next. And wow, amazing. I can't believe I get to go there. I've been wanting to go there for years. And the place I even stayed at was very serendipitous because it was this retreat center on this land. It was very healing. I was staying in this kind of like a glamping tent, like a step down from glamping. And it was just a really magical experience. And there's a message even just coming through in this story and this flower. Your dreams can come true, and they will always, almost always, come true in ways that you're not expecting. That's why it's so important to let go of control and to trust that the divine wants amazing things for you, and that if you just let go and just take the journey for what it is and trust and be with every step of the journey, no matter how difficult or how amazing it is, be present to every step of the journey, be in relationship with it and in co-creation with your dreams, not just a control and a force of trying to make your dreams happen, but a co-creation truly with the divine and surrender, where sometimes you feel called to make a move in your life that on the outside looks contradictory to what you think you should be doing to get from point A to point B. But your soul knows what is best. And it's almost like it's more about work. Like, I'm getting the image of a spiral as opposed to like a linear journey. So there's just this message: just surrender, let go of control, trust that all your dreams are going to come true, especially if you're in co-creation with the divine and you're taking action towards them in the ways you feel called to, even when logic doesn't make sense to your logical mind. There's a plan, and it's beautiful, and it's always miraculous and surprising, and just go with it because it's funner. It's more fun that way. So yeah, that's a strong message from the Shasta daisy there. So I'm going to put her right up here. And I pulled 3 cards from the Tarot of Oneness. And yeah, we'll see what you got. We've got the 4 of Swords. So yeah, this rest, this surrender, this letting go energy. Ooh, the Queen of Wands, the Spirit of Wands. Oh my God, what a beautiful reading right now. You got the 9 of Cups as well, which is about emotional fulfillment, dreams come true, being connected and like happy, being happy with your life, being overflowing with gratitude and being connected to the blessings that have entered into your life. And you're being called to step into an easeful powerful journey where you're more connected to the beauty that exists in every moment of your life, no matter what your circumstances are. And by this, I am a firm believer that there is even beauty in the struggle. There is even beauty in the pain. There are lessons to be learned. There are demons to confront, but there's beauty in that. If you move forward confidently, knowing that you're being led into a healthier, more harmonious life, whether it be your surroundings, your environment, your culture, your relationships, ultimately you are being led into harmony. If you're wondering or questioning whether you're doing something wrong or you're not taking the right steps in your life, you absolutely are. You are headed in the right direction. Let this be a confirmation that you are loved and seen on your journey. You are valued even when you don't feel valued or even when you feel alone. You are witnessed, seen, uplifted, upheld in grace, in honor, in truth. You are seen as love by the divine, and the divine is seeing you through, or will see you through. Whatever it is that you may come across, whatever challenge you may come across in your life, whatever pains, whatever places in your soul that need healing or that are misunderstood even by you or that feel dark or feel heavy, you are carried through them, guided through them with love and grace if you only surrender and you open up to that love and that grace that's being offered to you in every circumstance in your life. It's there. If you seek it out, you pray for it, you surrender to it, you follow every single breadcrumb of hope and faith, you will not lose. You will not be led astray. There's such a surrender to the divine in this energy. Even there's the image I'm getting right now is like walking in a dark room or in a dark space or walking through a dark forest even where you can barely see. And the one thing you have guiding you is an inner light. And as you're walking, you are confident only in that inner light. Like, I'm scared. I don't see exactly what's around me right now. I don't see exactly where I'm going. But there's this light inside of me, and it's guiding me. It's nudging me along. It's giving me the answers. Even when I come across a boundary or an obstacle that my logical mind tries to scale or get around, I listen to that. I'm confident. I'm more confident in that internal light than my logic. Even when that internal light says, go left, and then take another right. But your logical mind is saying, well, doesn't it make more sense just to climb over it right over here? It's that feeling of, you know what, I'm going to follow this inner light because it's never led me astray. And my logic, while I appreciate it for the tool that it is, my light knows better. And I'm following that light. And I'm confident in that light. There's a congratulatory energy here, a thanking. It's almost like an energy of the divine saying, thank you for trusting in me. And thank you for following this light into your dream life, into what is your soul's calling and your soul's highest knowing. There's this connection to the knowing that if I follow this light, she or he is going to lead me in the direction of something that's more authentic to my soul nature than anything else. So even when it's dark or overwhelming, especially when it's dark or overwhelming, this is the light I'm going to follow. And part of this light, a part of its essence, a characteristic of this light, is the knowing that not only am I going to be led into the light, into a more bright space where I can see further and where everything makes more sense and feels better, and where there is love all around me, and where my environment reflects back to me love, comfort, familiarity, truth. There's also a promise of deep enjoyment, deep connection, gratitude, understanding of who you are, fun, excitement, freedom, dreams come true, a full-blown expression of your truest soul nature. You're being led into a space where this is where you're headed, into your highest incarnation of your soul. So you know where you're going, no matter where you are on your path. And you know that your wishes and your dreams are coming true. So you know that even if all of your logic tells you that you've taken a detour, you've taken a wrong turn, this must not be right because it feels dark, it feels scary, that inner light is your truest voice, and you'll always follow it above everything, and be confident in it, and put your faith in it. It will pay off, and the divine thanks you for putting your faith in the light that they blessed you with, and the inner compass they blessed you with. You followed it above everything. And because of that, you're going to enter into a space that's healed and whole. You're not going to have left any part of you behind. And all your dreams are coming true. That will never not be a true statement. All of your dreams are coming true and will come true. Whether that be relationship dreams, community dreams, purpose dreams, security, your home, your culture, your experiences in your life, the greatest things you're reaching for, the things that your inner child wants to do and think would be the coolest thing in the whole world to do. No matter what it is that you want to do in this life or experience in this life, it's available to you. Just put it out there with believe in it just as much as you believe in this inner light that's guiding you. Those desires are there for a reason. And learn to believe and trust in the process and trust in the present moment, no matter what it looks like. Alrighty. I think that is your message, group number 3. Really beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. If you'd like to support my channel, I would love it if you'd like this video or subscribe to the Little Flower Oracle. If you'd like more in-depth readings, I do have a Patreon account where I offer 2 in-depth pick a flower readings every month. One is more internally focused and one is more externally focused. The internally focused one also is accompanied by an in-depth infinite prayer, guided visualization, and Reiki blessing. I also have other readings and Reiki blessings on my YouTube channel if you'd like to check those out. If you'd like to leave me a tip / buy me a coffee, I am ever so appreciative of that. And any amount is so greatly honored and appreciated, even just 5 cents or $1. I have merchandise, which is adorable. It has my bee and flowers logo on it with the phrase, "Hello, lovely human." If you'd like to check that out, there's a link down below. I also have other infinite prayer, guided visualization, and Reiki blessings that are associated with different readings on my YouTube if you'd like to check those out or you feel called to any of those. And lastly, I have another YouTube channel called Soul Hearken, which is my heart and soul in video form if you'd like to check that out. Alrighty, thank you so much for being here. I am honored by your presence and I hope to see you in another reading. Bye.